Hello everyone, Pepper Hernandez from drpepperhernandez.com coming to you to work on the chakra series or the chakra series. It's about aligning all of your chakras to the highest alignment possible for you as a human being currently. Now, if you've been following along, you are more than welcome to join us over at drpepperhernandez.com. We have a full 7 series a week, 7 weeks of working on the chakras online, so you can join that anytime that you'd like and have a whole community to support you each and every week. Today we are going over the heart chakra affirmations. We're going to go through them one by one, more in a question form, so you can journal how you feel about them. Now, there is also the audio that is simply the affirmations in a series, so it kind of is like mantra for the mind, and you can do that as a self-hypnosis, which I have so much enjoyed. I've been doing that for years and have just loved it. The affirmations I'm going to share with you today are a combination of the ones that I have kind of found along my way and just tweaked them, as well as my own affirmations for the particular heart chakra. So let's get started. You can get these PDFs over at the drpepperhernandez.com link, or if you're part of the groups, you can get them in PDF form along with a ton of other information for each and every chakra per week on the Google Classrooms. So if you need more information, email me and I'll let you know. The first one on heart chakra affirmation is, I deeply and truly love and approve of myself. How do you feel about that? Do you? Do you deeply love and truly love everything about yourself and you approve of yourself? If something's coming up around it, just journal it and recognize it. And then it's okay to let it go. We're going to recognize where we learned that from, what pattern that is, who that's related to, and then just allow it to go, because it's not your truth right here in this exact moment, right? Maybe it's something that you've brought from the past, or maybe it's something that you're focusing on in the future and you're like, oh, can I really do that? No matter what it is. So we're going to talk about our present moment. The next one, I am adequate at all times to do that which is required of me. How does that one feel? If it resonates true with you, wonderful, you're steps ahead. If it doesn't, that's okay too. Find out which piece of that doesn't, and then we'll work on it. I love who I am. I hope you can say yes to that. There is a little practice that you look in the mirror and you say all of the great things that you love about yourself, and you say it to a place that you're looking directly into your own eyes. It's a very, very powerful exercise that I use quite often, especially on times where I'm feeling a little bit out of alignment. I trust in love. Now, this is going to be different for some people because the word love can be very triggering. Did you grow up understanding what true love was? Did you grow up not understanding love or recognizing a codependent type of love? But the most pure, clearest love is an unconditional love. And so do you trust in that? Do you trust in unconditional love from source? Maybe that's what that mantra should be, but how do you feel about that? Journal about that one and see what you think, okay? I open my heart to love. Here's another one. So if the first one, the one right before it didn't resonate, this one may not either, because love can be something different for each person. Some people love can be hurtful or uncomfortable, but that's really not love. That's the fear of a deep connection or a disconnect from love. So it's about really processing through that and finding out what true, real, unconditional love from source and love for yourself is. And I think that's something that we can all open our hearts to and we can all trust in. I forgive myself. That's a big one. because we all have a number of things that we may not forgive ourselves for in the past, or being hard on ourselves currently that will vibrate through into our present or our future. So forgiving yourself for everything is a really great mantra. It's a really good affirmation because it allows you to bring up all the things that you don't forgive yourself for, the things that you may have been hard on yourself for, or that you've been hearing your own internal dialogue talking badly about yourself. And this is one that we can really work on and move through, because that should be something very easy for you to say, I forgive myself. And there is a piece in, I believe it's the 4 Agreements videos that I come back to, and also in some of the other chakras that I come back to, that says that, you know, if you did the very best that you could in that situation, that you should be able to forgive yourself. And how do we know that we did the best? Well, because you did. In that moment, you did. With the information that you had, with the stress that you were under, with the other people that were involved, with the other situations that were involved, I can almost guarantee you that you did the very best that you could in that moment. Now, we all have that, but I could have and I should have and I did, right? But if you can just allow yourself, just ease off a little pressure and say, you know what, in that moment, I did the very best that I could. And so forgive yourself for that, whatever it be. I forgive those who need forgiving for not being what I wanted them to be. This one's a big one for me because honestly, I feel like I hold everyone to a really high standard because I do that to myself, because maybe I've felt held in that way as programming in my younger years or something. And not by anyone in particular, just by, you know, the world, right? But when we say, I forgive those who need forgiving for not being what I wanted them to be, it really takes the pressure off of blaming others for things that they couldn't be. And if you look back at any of those situations, they probably told you they couldn't be what you needed them to be, but because you moved forward, just still believing it, or getting upset, or getting mad, then that holds you accountable for the way that you were feeling about it. So I forgive those who need forgiving for not being what I wanted them to be. That really brings you into a present moment of just release and allowing and forgiving and loving that person for who they are and where they are. I acknowledge my own loveliness. Now this one's nice and this one's soft and it feels good, and you can find things about yourself that you love and your loveliness. And so if you can't, this is a part where you can journal. You can journal and talk about your loveliness. Maybe it's small things, how deeply you love, or how you cook, or how you sew, or I don't know, or how you delegate, or how you handle yourself in public. I don't know, all these things, right? But just list a couple things for yourself. I am pure, I am good, and I am innocent. Now, with my quantum alignment therapy that I do with clients, this one seems to kind of catch them sometimes, that word innocent. And if it's catching you, I want you to just think back of when you were a baby, when you were a child, and that beautiful innocence that you had, that pure, good, innocent light that you brought in to this reality. And through trials and tribulations and fractalizations and different situations that you may have been in could have shifted that a little, but the true source of who you are is pure, good, and innocent, because that is the God energy. That's the divine energy that flows through all of us. No matter what your philosophy is or what your religion is pure, good, innocent, loving, kind. Like that's just it. So I'm hoping that one's easier for you now that I've explained it a little bit. Love is the purpose of my life. And that's to love other human beings, but mostly to love yourself and to love your highest self and to love God and whatever you choose, whatever your steadfast hold on to spirituality or religion, or maybe it's family, maybe whatever it be, love is the purpose of my life. That would be a really great affirmation to hold extremely true, right? That would be so beautiful. Just think about it for a moment. If you just felt that and that was the truth, what would that feel like? Love is everywhere. This one's a beautiful one. And I have been practicing this one actually without really knowing it. And so I'm going to share this little piece with you. I have this fun thing that I do when I go anywhere in public. And sometimes it'll come to me, and it's usually at least once a day or something, but I'll just look around at people that are shopping and recognize what I love about them. And sometimes it's maybe just like their choice of wardrobe, or their beautiful eyes, or the way that people engage with one another, or their food choices, or it can be physical, it can be energetic, it can be emotional, it can be spiritual, but just recognizing what you love about them. And then it totally puts you into a different vibration, and recognizing love is everywhere. And just seeing mothers with their children, or lovers together, or flowers, or plants, or trees, or what it be, or being in your community and just seeing love. So if this one's kind of a harder one for you, and love is like the frequency through heart chakra, right? So just look for it and ask the universe to show you more signs of what true love is, and be open to recognizing it. I open myself to the healing powers of love. Now that is something we should all be able to vibrate with. That love is so pure, and it's so kind, and it's so cleansing. It's like taking an internal shower. And if we can see it that way, and we can really open ourselves, even if it's just a teeny tiny bit, if we can open ourselves to the purity of love and allow it to heal ourselves, that would be so good. So I hope that these heart chakra affirmations were easy for you. If they're easy for you, you can move on to the throat chakra in about a week. But if you have having some trouble, work on these for a little bit. Maybe do the self-hypnosis in the evenings, or maybe join the program and go through, or look up some other heart chakra affirmations and like how to heal the heart chakra and balance that. But for now, my name is Pepper Hernandez from drpepperhernandez.com, reading you the heart chakra affirmations. We'll be back with you the next video for throat chakra. Have a beautiful, magical, wonderful day, and let's make this your very best life ever.